Okay, welcome to the video. Thanks for tuning in. All I want to do today is show off something that I designed a few years ago and never got around to showing to anybody, and actually only used once. But I had kind of an interest in wargaming, and I thought that I could build a hex-based map which incorporated magnets to create a magnetic map. So what you see here is a battlefield setup where I've got blue for water and a river, some black for the roads, some hilly areas here, light woods, deep woods, and just the basic map is open plains. And each of these pieces is magnetized, so I have the small black button magnets on the bottom, and of course underneath the board, all facing the same direction, is a rather extensive series of magnets to go under it. So basically you can set up your terrain and it stays there pretty stably. Each of the water pieces come up like this, and I have some of the spare pieces in here as well. The units, I was building a game called D6 Map a long time ago. This might be available for download pretty soon on wargamevault.com. I've uploaded it and I'm pending approval on it. It's for free download. I got it set pay by donation, but you don't have to donate anything, especially for a game that's never really properly been play tested. But the idea was to have a war game where all of the rules would fit on one sheet of A4 paper, which here I have them booklet printed. Of course, they're actually 4 pages, so I could just print each one full size for easier viewing or convenience. But anyway, on a small amount of area, we can fit the complete rules for this game. My idea was to take tiny dice for units, and then as the units took damage, you could simply roll down the die instead of having to put a pile of counters on something, so that when the die ran out of pips, then the unit was destroyed. And so what I came up with here, I'll put that up closer, for example. Let's say this is going to, I use different colored dice to represent different units. In this case, for this game, I might say the pink die is a helicopter, and the yellow die, any die that's in the middle, is going to represent the soldiers or infantry, which are operating the vehicle or riding in the vehicle. And so then, of course, on the outer edge is going to indicate the facing of the vehicle, depending on, it's going to face one of 6 hex sides to indicate the direction it's moving. And part of the reason I like that, of course, is because with vehicular things, the direction you're moving is especially important, because it's very difficult for vehicles to turn sometimes, and so you need to use your movement allowance for the unit in order to spend it on turning. So anyway, these have the button magnets on them, and they just go right on anything. You can just drop them right there on the battlefield and they will go directly to a hex. So anyway, in this case, this unit might represent a helicopter, and I've got 5 infantry in there. One of them, of course, is going to be the pilot, and the helicopter can take 3 damage before being destroyed. Let's see, and let's see, what do I have for this one? Oh, I have too many people in that one, so let's move that out. Here I have a stronger unit with a 6 armor on it. That's going to be an actual armor unit, or a tank with 4 people in it. That would be 1 driver, 1 gunner, someone loading, and 1 other person crewing that tank. And so, that goes through. Anyway, that's the whole thing. You can clear off the board completely if you want to. You could have an open plains. You can put any kind of thing that you want in there. I have also some black tiles in case you want to have a chasm or chasm, or however you want to pronounce that word, depending on which vernacular you like to use. You can have a cliffside right there where no units can go and only air units would be able to go over. So that's basically it. That's all I wanted to show off was this magnetic map. I should show it off on its side. What I have is a thick piece of tagboard on the bottom. I have a hollowed out piece of foam core, so I cut this foam core to size, and then the square area I cut out, and then I have another piece of tagboard here with the magnets glued on underneath it, and then right here I have a bezel with the alphanumeric grid put on there for it. And the hexes here are not actually drawn on, they're actually stippled on by dot. I just found that I thought that was a little more attractive than putting the lines on there. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Happy gaming.